All right, Zach, I'm here to close out this show with our take for 99 that we have here. And we all know what we do on this segment is we give you a take that we have in our minds in all of sports, any take that we could fire off right now and get a response. So I'm going to start us off here. I want to start us off today. And oh man, woo! I got to make sure I got a lot of gas. I believe that the NFL needs to stop simping over Taylor Swift and focus on fixing the officiating. Okay? Can we stop simping over this girl, please? Okay? Y'all are $1 billion industry. What the hell y'all simping over Taylor Swift for? All right, I'm watching the Chiefs game every second of the daggone telecast. We showing this chick in the press box. Stop it. Have y'all been seeing the referees? The Steelers and the Rams. 24-17. The Steelers are up. 2 minutes left to go in the daggone game. 4th and 1. Kenny Pickett ran a quarterback sneak, clearly short of the daggone first down, and yet the referees called it a first down. Lost in the game. Lost them an opportunity, robbed them of an opportunity to tie the game and win the game. Do we need to hire Stevie Wonder? My God, what the hell is Stevie Wonder doing? Call that guy with a daggone phone, okay? The same day, my God, the Browns got robbed twice. Calling a legal contact penalty that negated a Colts turnover. Very next play. In the red zone, the refs threw a flag for PI, and the ball was uncatchable. Okay, a fan could have called that, not the daggone player. They called the daggone flag. Okay, do I gotta mention the Sunday Night Football game where the Dolphins were called for 10 penalties and the Eagles were called for 0? I've been watching football since 2006. I ain't never seen nothing like that in my life. Well, a team don't even get a flag. Okay, I guess this Ice Cube. Today was a good day. Okay, yeah, it's a good day for the Eagles. They ain't get a flag. Bump that Ice Cube. Really? When clearly James Bradbury had a face mask right in front of the goddamn referees. Really? Not to mention, a couple weeks before, I said it before, the Chiefs got gifted the game. When the Jets got robbed, they called a pass interference on Sauce Gardner that robbed the Jets of an opportunity to win a game. And you know what the NFL had the nerve to do? Go on Twitter the following morning saying the Chiefs are 2-0 at Swifties. Stop simping over this chick and fix the officiating, because I don't want to see another Super Bowl that ends with a PI call. Can't happen. And that's my take for 99. My night is done.
So I think it's interesting. Like, I think the two subjects of like Taylor Swift and the officiating, they do correlate, and I'll give you my thoughts. So the thing with the officiating, and anyone who's listened to this show knows, like, I've been saying this kind of a long time. The NFL officiating being bad, that's not something that's new, right? It's been a pretty bad product throughout the course of the last decade, really longer. Like, when you're watching these NFL games, I've kind of had the mindset of expect any call to be made at any time, because these refs, they could do it to you. They could get you at any time. But the problem is the NFL has never shown anything to fix it. Like, they haven't done anything about it, because at the end of the day, we're still going to be watching. I've made the comparison a lot of times. They don't hold their officials accountable. When an official messes up like that, they should have to talk to the media after the game and answer questions for why that call was being made in that spot. But they don't. So almost like a politician, when you make a decision that screws a lot of people, you just say, "Oh, I'm sorry. I just thought this was the best."
My bad.
Going exactly. It's the same thing with the officiating. They screw up over and over and over again, yet the NFL doesn't do anything about it, because at the end of the day, they know next week we're still going to be watching. And I think when it comes to Taylor Swift, the reason why they're hyping her up and they're showing her all the time, they see an opportunity. Like, they know that this is literally one of the most famous entertainers in the entire world, and all of a sudden they have millions and millions and millions of more people that are going to be watching these games just because they want to learn about her new boyfriend. Like Travis Kelce, they don't know much about him, and her dating life has been very secretive. This is really the first time she's been public within the relationship. So we know, man, the NFL, all they care about is money. They want
Americans need a life, Zach. These people that's watching football, that never watched football a day in their life, just to see 5 seconds of Taylor Swift on camera, need a daggone life. With all due respect.
They want to learn about her new boyfriend. And, you know, she's one of the most famous people in the world. So she has a lot of fans and she's very successful. I think it's pretty cool, like seeing her at the NFL in these games. Like, and when you're Travis Kelce, like it's a natural reaction, right? Like I'm sure you saw that stat. It's like Kelce this season with Taylor Swift in attendance, and then Kelce this season without Taylor Swift in attendance. And you see like the comparison within his numbers, and his numbers with her in attendance are much better. Of course, because when you are in a new relationship, you have a new girlfriend, you're going to want to perform well for them. You're going to want to impress them. And when it's one of the most famous celebrities in the world, that's the thing about the NFL. It's straight out of a TV script that all of a sudden in Kansas City, Missouri, just a small rural town that's not the biggest market, you have literally one of the most famous people in the world showing up to all their games. She's having a great time, and it's getting the NFL more viewers. So I understand where Roger Goodell is coming from, but when it comes to the officiating, this is nothing new. NFL officials have been bad for the past 5-6 years. Like, why didn't the NFL do anything to try to fix their officiating after the Saints got screwed out of the Super Bowl against the Rams? That showed me, if they weren't going to do anything then, they're not going to do anything now.
I agree.
All right, Lil, my take for 99, I'll keep this short and sweet because I did mention it a little bit to start off the show. And I'm curious to see how your cousin Fred and a lot of other Philadelphia sport fans feel about this one. I'm going to talk a little bit of baseball. We don't always have the opportunity to do that on this show. I just wanted to say again, what I witnessed last night from the Philadelphia Phillies is the worst loss I've ever seen by a Philadelphia sports team in my years of watching sports for the past, 15, 20 years. Probably the worst loss by a Philadelphia team since the 2002 NFC Championship game when they lost the final game at Veterans Stadium against the Buccaneers. Rondé Barber is still running, but man, everything was open for this Phillies team. They had a perfect path to the World Series. They had a 2-0 series lead on the 84-win Diamondbacks. They had a 3-2 series lead on the 84-win Diamondbacks, and they weren't able to close them out, and they lost both games at home, games 6 and 7 at home, when they hadn't lost a game at Citizens Bank Park in the entire playoffs prior to that. And anyone who's listened to this show knows I've gotten a lot on some Philadelphia athletes like Joel Embiid, like James Harden, and their inability to come through in the biggest moments, which was only captivated in these past playoffs when they lost Game 6 at home to the Celtics and got blown out in Game 7. But Bryce Harper, Kyle Schwarber, JT Realmuto, Trey Turner, I thought this team was a group of winners, but they really choked at home, losing both games 6 and 7 to a Diamondback team that probably is going to be the worst team I've ever seen play in a World Series. Unacceptable. And it's just crazy because this Philly team, they didn't even win their division. They knocked out the Braves, who had the best record in baseball. They were this unbeatable team, and they let the confidence get to them. They were too cocky. As soon as this Philly team turns into a favorite, and as soon as people start believing in them, they fold. And that's just the sign of a mentally weak team. So as much as I love Bryce Harper, as much as I love Kyle Schwarber and those guys, I'm just super disappointed in the Phillies. And I think that was the most lost I've ever seen by a Philadelphia sports team.
Yeah, man, I would love to respond to that, but we are headed for time. Philly got to get it together. New York got to get it together. I'm about to watch my Knicks. I'm about to hop on Dude Janae podcast real quickly, so check that out. And then I'm going to sit back and watch my Knicks handle business tonight, okay? Zach, that wraps up another show. I'm always looking forward to doing the next show, of course, and thank y'all for tuning in as well.
Please like and subscribe for all the up-to-date content. You've been slinging shows left and right, slinging content left and right. Please don't miss anything. If you do, like, subscribe, leave a comment, leave a question, something you may want to answer, something you may have. All ideas are great ideas. Nothing's a dumb question.